Hi art historians, I hope you're having a great summer. I've already gotten several questions about the 101 Flashcards project, so I wanted to go over it with you real briefly, give you some tips for finding images, printing them, and doing this project effectively. It's a really important project because it's going to introduce you to the most important artworks that we're going to study this year. You can see right here one of your flashcards, Van Gogh's Starry Night. This is going to give you a great head start on getting to know the content of the class, getting to know what we're going to do throughout the year, and even helping you prepare for the AP exam. You're going to need 4 by 6 inch cards. You can get them almost anywhere, Walmart, Target, or even your local grocery store, but you do need that size. You're also going to need something like a glue stick or glue or double-sided tape to make sure that your images stick well. You want that image to stay on the card the entire year. You're going to need a color printer to print out your images, and I'll show you the best way to do that in just a moment. Then on the back of the card, you're going to get 4 pieces of information: the name or the title of the artwork or the building, the artist or the architect, and for ancient artworks, if the artist or architect is unknown, you're going to leave that blank, and the date. Later artworks are going to have a more specific date, like Starry Night we know which year it was created. More ancient artworks, you're going to use the century, or you can put a date of circa, that means around. You can put a little C in front of the date. The 4th piece of information is the period or style, and you can find all of this information easily using Wikipedia, and that's usually pretty reliable. Also, make sure that you leave room for notes. We're going to learn a lot more about each of these artworks, and make sure you put your initials down at the bottom just in case we ever get our note cards mixed up. Alright, so when you're looking at this list, I realize it could be a little intimidating when you're first looking at it. The reason I want you to find your own images is this is really a way to study. By you looking up the images yourself, you're really going to get to know what each of these artworks looks like. So the easiest way to find the image is to actually copy and paste. So select the name. You'll notice that the names or the titles of the works or buildings are in italics. Artist names and locations are not italicized. Sometimes I also included the year if you needed that to specify which artwork. So again, select the name, copy it, and then in Google, you're going to paste that name. And then you can go over to Google Images, and you're going to get several different kinds of image. Obviously, this is all the same image of the same ziggurat, so it really doesn't matter. You just want a representative image. And one site that's really reliable is Study Blue. It's actually a site for teachers to create flashcards. And you can load the image by clicking on it. I'm waiting for it to load down here. All right, that's the clear image. Then you can you want to save the image, and I would recommend making a new folder on your desktop. You can name it whatever you want as long as it's clear to you. And I would really recommend putting the number in front. So the Nana Ziggurat is number 4. I'm going to put 04, and it says Ziggurat. You can rename the whole file if you'd like. This is really file management for you. I'm not going to be checking this. All right, so now we have the Ziggurat of Ur. Let's try one that's a little trickier. Let's try Japanese tea bowl. So if I copy and paste this into the Google Images, you'll notice that I'm going to get a lot of different images. I don't see just one thing. And as I check, I don't see that any of these are from Study Blue. All right, that means there's not really one specific artwork that we're looking for. We're more looking for a type. We're just looking at all Japanese tea bowls. So in this case, you can choose one that you like, that seems representative to you, that kind of looks like everything that you see. I like this one. Any of these right here would be good. Again, you're going to click on it and then save the image as. Make sure that you use the number. Again, that'll keep them in order for you when you print them out. You might also want to make sure it's not named something like cat photo. That might not be helpful. There we go. Like I said, if you see just the artist's name, like Takashi Murakami is a contemporary Japanese artist. When you put the artist name in, you will see lots of different things. So here's Takashi himself. Then you can just choose one that you like, that you feel is representative of the work. You might even choose one with the artist's face on it. So I like this one of Takashi standing in front of his work. You can save that image. And I'm using full screen mode on my computer. That way I can swipe back and forth. However you want to do it. You might even be able to do this the same way on your iPad. All right, and let's do one more. That way I can show you how they print. Also try to find another one that's a little bit tricky. Most of these I tried to include enough information. All right, here's a very famous site that I am going to see this summer, so I will bring pictures back with me of this one, St. Peter's Basilica in Rome. All right, so we get both exterior and interior shots. This is really just going to be about finding something that's representative. This photo right here looks really good because it's kind of at an angle. You can see the side of the building and the front. You can see the courtyard in front of it. Whereas a shot like this is a little bit too detailed. It's showing the inside altar with the baldacchino. So let's choose this image in this case. And again, let's get the number 64. All right, now once you've saved all your images, if you do number them, they will already be in order in your folder. So you can open up your folder, and you can see I've only got 4 here, but they are all in order. I can take and select all of those, and then I'm holding Control on my keyboard, or if you have a mouse, you can right-click, open with Preview, and that's going to open those all in the preview window. And this is my preferred way of printing this kind of thing, is to print and make sure that your layout is 4 pages per sheet. Now, if you don't have preview, if you're working on a PC, I can't quite give you a video for that, but I know that there's a way to print 4 images per sheet on a PC as well, using Microsoft Image Viewer or something like that. You can play around with this. I know I can rotate these, auto rotate so that they all fit very nicely. This shrinks the image down so that you should be able to cut it out and fit it on a 4x6 note card. You might not want to print all 101 images at once. Your printer might freak out if you try to do that, so you might just print 1 through 25 and then 26 through 50 or something like that. So if you get stuck, or if you can't find an image, or if you have any questions, just email me and I will get back to you. I hope you have a great summer and enjoy learning about these 101 really important artworks.